So when you're working around horses and all, you always kind of want to know or let them know where you are at all times. And when I'm working around horses, I always talk to them. And especially if I'm going around behind them, going from one side to the other, I'll always talk to them and let them know I'm coming around, so they don't all of a sudden, they won't spook or anything if something happens. Also, one important thing, you also want to watch their heads and their ears, because the horse's ears can give you good clues as to kind of what they're thinking and what they're doing. Like right now, Apple's ears are just in kind of a resting position. He's calm and collected. If his ears are straight up, pointing forward, he's interested in something that's out there he's focusing on. If his ears are laid back on his head, he's being disturbed by something, and it could be an indication that he might be ready to either bite, kick, or strike. So you always want to kind of watch out for the ears. Question?
Also, going back on that note, when you walk behind a horse, talking to them, another good thing is to just touch them and just to let them know that you're there.
Yeah, there's. Hold that for a second. Yeah, there's two theories to that method. Either you can walk around the horse and stay out of his kicking range,
right.
Or, good point, the way I always do it, is if you're going to go around the horse, keep your hand on him, like if you're going from this side around. I'll keep my left hand, and sometimes the right, on the horse, and just work around him, and just let him know that you're coming around. And that way he knows it's just a constant, easy flow.
And if he does decide to kick, and you are where Ron just was, he has no power. I mean, you're going to probably get a bruise or whatever, but his hip's going to hit you more, his leg is going to hit you more, not that he's going to be pushing you more than... We don't, if you're new around it, stick with your team leader, let your team leader tell you if you're uncomfortable with it, walk away around, because he's going to know. He's going to know your jitters, your uncomfortableness, and he's going to know. And he can be just as fast with his front feet as he can with his back. He can strike so fast, yeah.
What about the little kids here that are like, 70 pounds, 60 pounds at most? Do you guys tell them to walk around, or to because it gives me the willies when they actually walk around?
Yeah, I think with the little ones, younger ones, I think we would encourage them to walk away around.
They're going to be with an adult all the time too.
Yeah.
This is basically just for what we're doing. I don't work with the kids, not because for any other reason than I just don't work with them. Ron doesn't either. But yeah, on the kids' programs and stuff, you bet. And if people aren't comfortable, don't do it. But I don't believe that they do. Ashley would have to be able to tell you, or Teresa, what the rules are for the kids.
So general, that kind of covers some precautions. Kind of want to go into a little bit about approaching a horse. For those of you that don't know, what we feel is the best way. When we approach horses, we always like to approach them from the side, never from the back or directly from the front. And we'll generally walk up from the side, talking to a horse, try to get his attention. Now, Apple, pay attention here. I'm coming over. Okay, so now he's looked at me, so he knows I'm coming. He doesn't care. But we'll come up from the side, generally come up to the shoulder area, and just work from the shoulder area and let him know that you're here. And then you can go up to the head and then back down to the sides and the back. Always trying to be calm. With Apple, he's a horse that you can do just about anything with. So we try to do that to all the horses and keep everything consistent in the way we do things. So, we went over, never stand directly behind or in front. Another thing that's important when you're, as far as feeding horses treats and stuff, you never really want to feed them treats if they're in a pasture with other horses, because horses do get jealous. They're all going to start, if one sees that you're feeding somebody else, they're going to want to come around and they're going to want some too. And that could create some problems. And generally it will, between the horses. They'll get to either biting, kicking, or head flinging. You need to watch that too. So as a rule, we don't feed them in the pastures when there's other horses around. If you're going to do that, we should take them out and feed them separately. There's no danger of something happening to the other horses.
Is there times when they think that that's happening and stir it out?
Is there what?
Should you be out